Hey guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer card game review. Today's game we have up on the tabletop is
Villages of Valeria. It's plays from 1 to 5 players, ages 14 up, and plays around 45 minutes.
Villages of Valeria is basically a tableau game where players are going to have a certain amount of gold to start the game with, and they're going to be acquiring cards. And as they acquire certain amounts of cards, such as heroes and or different kinds of buildings, after they get to a certain amount of cards on their playing field, the game is going to start tallying points. And whoever has the most points at the end of the game is the winner. Alright, let's take a closer look. Alright guys, here's the setup for Villages of Valeria. It's pretty simple. This is a four-player setup. Every single player is going to get one of these castle cards, which is their main card and provides them a wild, as well as 3 gold pieces and a player reference card. Along with that, you're going to be giving them the village cards, 6 for each and every player, as well as this handy-dandy action card, which will determine which action they're going to use on the turn, so everybody else can see it.
Alright, so next thing you have to do is you shuffle the deck of villager cards, building cards, and deal 5 out into a tableau. Shuffle the hero cards and deal 5 out into the tableau.
And then you begin the first player's turn. Alright, so on a player's turn, it's pretty simple. They're going to have up to 5 different actions to choose from, and they're going to go ahead and take that castle piece we were talking about and place it on one of these little spots here, indicating which action they're going to take. And after they do that, then they choose the main action for that, as well as everybody else getting to choose a follow-up action.
Okay, so to begin, we have the harvest action, and that allows the first player, whoever initiated, draw 3 cards. And then every follow-up by each player will have just draw 1 card.
Pretty simple, pretty simple. And then the develop is also simple as well. You could simply discard a card from your hand to add it to your castle, which will increase in resources. Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That stays as it is.
Yep.
Okay, next one is going to be build. And for build, you're going to look at the left hand side of each card, and it tells you what kind of material resources you need. You pay that with gold, and what's cool about this game is that you can also pay your opponent, but they get the gold.
Yeah, you can put it basically on my own castle pieces so I can get the gold. Followed up by recruiting, which is very simple. You take a gold piece and you put it into the pile, and you get to select a hero card and put it in front of you, like this handy-dandy cleric. Now, you also have to have certain cards required. We'll explain about that in a minute. But then you just place it down in front of you, in front of your tableau with all the rest of your buildings.
And my favorite action, tax. You get a gold, and you get a card.
And everybody else just simply gets a card. All right, let me go ahead and show you all these actions in detail.
Harvest lets you draw 3 cards. Everyone else draws 1 card.
Followed by the develop, which is pretty simple. Discarding a card from your hand. For instance, this guy over here. Discard a card from his hand. The discard pile. And then he is able to add a card to his castle as a resource. So, right, maybe like this guy right here. Put it down just like that.
Next, you can build. Have the necessary material here. Your castle always counts as a wild. And you can put it out there.
Followed by recruiting, just like we said, spend a gold into the pool, pick one of these guys and put it in front of you. Now also remember here that there are 4 different building types here for each and every hero. Not every hero, but there's building types. And you have to have these specific building types to even acquire this hero, which will give you abilities once you put them in front of you. Following by, everybody else can pay 2 gold in an adventure, so it's just cheaper for the main player.
Okay. And then tax, of course, just take 1 gold from the pile. And then draw a card. Everyone else just draws a card.
That's the basic idea for all of the different actions. Let's go ahead and show you the cards up close and a couple of the abilities. So these cards all have different actions that can be taken after being played or while on the field. For instance, every time you have this, every time you build with the fountain in play, you can discard 2 cards to gain a wild resource, which helps you build these kind of buildings. Also, with the witch's hut, you will, when you play it, you instantly will discard a card, and then you can get a gold. Also, the archer, playing this, getting this hero, after you get these 2 different types of buildings, you get to draw 3 different cards from the top of the deck. And these little symbols here represent instantly. Finally, with the oracle, every time the tax action happens, you can draw 2 cards. Really, really nice. And there's tons of other cards that do different things.
So once everyone has done their following turns, you keep the gold on the cards, and you pass the first player marker to the next person. And then that person, at the beginning of their turn, they get to get all the gold back and able to use it for that turn. Then choose a new action for everyone to use.
And during any round, to end the game, if a player obtains a certain amount of cards required, the little village cards, or what do you want to call them, villages?
Buildings and the adventurers.
Yeah, you get 10 for 4 players, and I think it's 12 for 5 players. Whatever point that reaches, whatever is required, then the game is going to end, and everybody's going to tally their points up. And points are pretty simple to understand. Up here at the top right-hand corner of most of the cards is going to be a point symbol, as well as a bunch of different cards are going to have specific ways you can obtain points. And certain ones will be actually, the more armor cards you have, you're going to get bonus points, or the more, there's like a witch's hut and stuff like that to do that. But the idea is you just simply tally up the points, and that's the idea of the game. All right?
And yeah, and who has the most points wins the game.
All right, let's get into the review.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, let's start with this review with presentation. And I gotta say, these are kind of neat wooden components too. I mean, this castle, you get this castle.
Oh yeah, I love the idea of that too. When you have to take your action and you're placing it on here, so everybody gets to see. It's nice too because you're not just the only one taking the action too. So a nice component quality there.
And this little detail, look at that. They have a little portcullis kind of like opening right there.
And you get the little gold wood pieces as well, so it adds a nice little flaring touch, as well as the art too. Yeah. Just like all the rest of the Valeria games.
I would say the art's great, but the thing is, it's kind of recycled, I believe.
From one of the other games?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a clue. I've played this one so far, and I played, what was the other one? Villages, cities.
There's quests. And then there's the dice rolling one.
There's
the first one in the series.
There's quite a few. But all the art for all the games is good, yeah. I think.
No, the art's top quality. It's just they reused it.
Yeah.
But that's actually very minor.
To me, that's a good idea. But either way, good art, good quality. Yeah, all the cards are nice, thick card stock. They're really nice. As well as just, presentation-wise, it's wonderful. And the box quality is nice as well. The replayability of the game, what did you think?
I think it's great because it's a whole deck of cards, and you can just you might just switch out strategies throughout the game as well.
And there's a lot of strategy in this game. There's a lot of different types of strategies in this game. Personally, I like going with the witch hut and all that because you can try and get the rogue stuff and get more points for it as you continue throughout the game. And so I'm acquiring all these little bonus points that people aren't aware of throughout the game. A lot of replayability. What about fun and the gameplay?
Well, I like what you can do because it's about taking the action and thinking about what other players is doing here. So I mean, you have to know what your opponent's going to do on their turn. Like, oh, maybe they're going to build or
and that'll change your gameplay up too.
Yeah.
Because if you were going to tax and then your opponent taxes, you might not need to do that because you get the card you wanted or whatever. Same kind of, or I don't know. There's quite a few of them that you can do. Harvesting. You need that one extra card, and so you're going to harvest, but now you don't need to, so you can change it up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I do feel like this game is kind of like in between Puerto Rico and Race of the Galaxy. So it's both those games kind of streamlined together.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah. And it's nice, and the flow of the game is nice too. It's very, very simple. And everybody's doing something on everybody's turn, so you're never left out. You're always playing the game, which is nice, especially when when it comes to taking turns throughout the table, because you want to actually be doing something on your opponent's turn. Yeah. And there's no instance, right? But there is cards that allow you to do things certain for building. Oh, he chose the build action. Excellent. I get to draw 2 cards. And same kind of thing like that, right?
Yeah, and mainly it's like building up resources. You don't want to focus that too much. Building buildings, and then getting adventures and getting buildings.
Yeah, because the heroes is the minute part, but it's important because you get a lot of points.
Heroes give you a lot of points.
Yeah.
The thing is, buildings can also, you can move it to end the game as well.
And they have a lot more abilities on them you can use for me, personally. It's the base of the game.
Yeah, you can get a lot more points. Those cost more expensive to make, but you can just rush it to the end as well.
Right, exactly. So especially if you're winning, you might want to push it faster too. Overall, what'd you think?
It's excellent, and it's a game. It's like streamlined, and it doesn't take a lot of time to play.
You're right. Yeah. It's a really quick game, really simple. I mean, I think we screwed up once on the rules to begin with. We didn't start with gold because we didn't read it. But I mean, there's no problem with, there's a problem with us, not a problem with the rules itself. The game was very simple to understand once we got that cleared away. And overall, I found this game to be really, really enjoyable. So definitely check it out if you're interested, I would suggest, as well as I guess the rest of the Valeria games, which we'll be doing reviews for shortly. He's got quests and I've got another one. So get ready to stay tuned for those 2 videos.
Okay.
All right. Alright guys, thanks for checking out on the Unfiltered Gamer board game, card game review. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, go ahead and check out the rest of our videos here on YouTube, Unfiltered Gamer, as well as
The Cardboard Stacker. Go to check us out, the Cardboard Stacker channel on YouTube. We have reviews, Kickstarter previews, and instruction videos on all things board games.
as well as unfilteredgamer.com, where you'll see lots of blog posts, Kickstarter lists, as well as giveaways, as well as our
cardboardstacker.com, where you can check me out and check all the stuff we have there.
Don't forget about our affiliates too, everythingboardgames.com and the Giveaway Geek, where they got tons of different giveaways and blog posts, even more stuff than I've got on my site. So that's about it for us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye.